Anybody threaten you or coerce you in any way?
Kind of.
Okay, what do you mean, kinda?
I don't want to go to jail again, Your Honor.
Okay, but did somebody threaten you to plead?
Yeah, with jail time, Your Honor.
Okay, but who did that?
Well, technically, you, Your Honor.
So here's what I'll do. I'll pass it. Don't talk to Amy.
This courtroom hearing between the defendant and Judge Simpson started off surprisingly calm, but things quickly went completely off the rails. Everything seemed to be going smoothly until this defendant suddenly accused Judge Simpson of threatening him. And honestly, that makes absolutely no sense because a judge explaining the legal consequences of your actions is not a threat. That's literally how the court system works. The moment this guy opened his mouth, the entire mood of the hearing changed instantly. Trust me, this case gets even crazier as it goes on, and the ending takes a wild turn that you probably won't expect. So sit back, because we're about to watch Judge Simpson completely shut down this defendant for trying to play games in court.
Mr. Hampton has entered into an agreement with the people, and I'd like to enter that into the record. Your Honor, is it possible to enter into both today, to address both cases today on the record?
That file is not in the courtroom.
Oh, okay, got it.
But I do believe that the ability to touch you faster.
Oh, sorry.
But I don't believe it's.
What? Okay.
Talking about bond. That's
All right, we'll just address this case today.
He's going to enter a plea in another case that's set for prelim.
Yes, yeah. So case 24F55262, just because of the timing with the mental health treatment court evaluation, that one was set for preliminary examination before the evaluation was complete. And that is currently set for exam.
So over there is Ann, right?
Yes.
You know Ann?
Yes.
Okay. So if you had this, that may work out where we could like get rid of 2 cases and he could plead. I may or may not do it, but usually just go over and ask Ann. Because you asked me on the record, I'll probably say no, because I don't do the filing, so I don't know where it is.
Understood. Yes. So I will.
So would you like to do that today?
I would like to.
So here's what I'll do. I'll pass it. Don't talk to Ann.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, sorry. Ashley Bashir on behalf of Mr. Hampton. And in addition to addressing the case directly, we would like to address bond and request that a condition, specifically the home confinement tether, be reconsidered.
Okay, I'll get to that maybe at some point.
Good, thank you. Yeah,
Right now, I'm trying to get these pleas done.
thank you.
So my understanding is he's going to plead to count in case ending in 1596. He's going to plead to count 2.
Yes.
Correct? With count 1 being dismissed. That's going to be a guilty plea. Correct, counsel?
Yes.
All right. Then on the other matter, I have a plea form that indicates that the defendant will be pleading guilty to an added count 2 of attempted resisting and obstructing the 1-year offense. Upon a successful plea to that charge, count 1, the resisting and obstructing, would be dismissed. And there is an agreement that the defendant is to go to mental health court. That's the court's full understanding of the agreement.
That's right.
May I have the defendant's one?
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yeah.
State your name.
Brandon Hampton.
All right.
And man, it is this court's understanding that you're going to be pleading guilty to 2 misdemeanor offenses. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. The first one, in the case ending in 1596, is the charge of aggravated assault. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year incarceration and a $1,000 fine plus court costs. You understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. You also understand in that case that while I'm taking your plea, I would not be your sentencing judge, and you would be sentenced before Judge Barr in the 14A2 District Court. You understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. And understanding that on that case, do you still wish to plead guilty?
Yes.
All right. On the other case, it says court's understanding you're going to plead guilty to the charge of attempted resisting and obstructing a police officer. That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year incarceration or $1,000 fine plus court costs. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You understand also that while I'm taking your plea, I would not be your sentencing judge, and you would be sentenced before Judge Balbo in the 15th District Court. You understand that?
Why are the judges different, Your Honor?
Why are the judges different? Because these allegedly occurred in two separate places. The case that we were just talking about with Judge Balbo, the offense took place in the city of Ann Arbor. And the other case happened in maybe the city of Ypsilanti in Ypsi City, it looks like. I'm sorry, Ann Arbor Township. Okay. So they occurred in two separate jurisdictions. Okay. That's why you have two separate judges. But what's going to happen, I think this is probably really the crux of your question. You're going to go to mental health court on these, right?
Yeah.
So Judge Valvo is actually in charge of mental health court. So when that case goes over to her, that will be where it is. You'll have to go before Judge Barr. Judge Barr will do the initial part of the sentencing and then place you on probation to be supervised by the mental health court. Follow that? So it's just a little bit of a process. Both cases, it's anticipated, are going to end up in the same spot.
Okay.
Okay. You got that? Any other questions on that?
I guess it's not like possible for the other case just to go to Valvo as well.
It will get there. It just can't go directly that way.
Okay.
Okay.
For sure.
Anything else? Trust me, we do this all the time. It'll get there. So it'll catch right up to it. Okay. All right. Any other questions you have?
Just the one about bond, but
yeah, we'll get to that in a moment. All right. So understanding all of that, you still wish to plead guilty to these charges?
yeah.
Okay. So to the charge of aggravated assault, how do you plead?
Guilty.
To the charge of attempted resisting and obstructing, how do you plead?
Guilty.
You understand that by pleading guilty, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Yeah.
All right. You signed an advice of rights form, correct?
Yeah.
Do you have any questions regarding any of those rights?
No.
All right. You see a copy on the podium. Look at paragraph 5. Those are your rights which are part of a trial. You understand that by pleading guilty, you'll be giving up those rights as well as all the rights on that form.
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you on probation or parole?
Yeah.
All right. Were you on probation at the time of these offenses?
No.
All right. Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead to these charges?
No.
All right. Anybody threaten you or coerce you in any way?
Kind of.
Okay, what do you mean, kinda?
I don't want to go to jail again, Your Honor.
Okay, but did somebody threaten you to plead?
Yeah, with jail time, Your Honor.
Okay, but who did that?
Well, technically, you, Your Honor.
Honestly, this guy was doing fine for a while. And then he completely ruined it that I genuinely can't tell whether he was trying to mock Judge Simpson or if he truly believed the judge was threatening him with jail time. My guy, judges are allowed to send people to jail if they violate court orders. That's not intimidation. Those are consequences. And the worst part is that he had already accepted a plea deal earlier in the hearing. But now he suddenly starts acting like he's the victim in the situation instead of taking responsibility for his actions that at this point, he might have seriously damaged his own chances of getting a lighter outcome. Judges and prosecutors usually don't respond well when someone pleads guilty and then immediately starts backtracking and blaming everyone else. Let me know what you guys think so far. Was he just talking without thinking, or does he actually believe the nonsense he's saying? Now let's jump back into the hearing and watch Judge Simpson's reaction.
Oh,
Mr. Hampton,
tell you what. Why don't we pass the matter? Maybe you can talk to him and we'll give this another shot today if we're comfortable with it. Otherwise, the court may not be comfortable with it, and we might just blow all of this up and it'll just have to happen another way.
thank you.
But I'll give you a chance to talk.
I'll give Judge Simpson credit here. The way he explained everything was actually very patient and professional. He honestly felt like he was trying to calmly explain the law to someone who just refused to understand how the legal system works. At this point, the defendant has two choices. Either wake up and realize he's making things worse for himself, or double down on the nonsense and completely destroy his own case. And if he keeps going down that second path, we're basically watching a live masterclass on how to turn a manageable situation into a complete disaster. The judge has already given him multiple opportunities to calm down and cooperate, but instead this guy just keeps arguing and making the situation harder than it needs to be. Let me know what you guys think, because this hearing only gets more intense from here. Now let's dive back in.
We're back on the record in the case of the people versus Hampton. We're in the middle of taking a plea. And so I stated the terms on the record. And Mr. Hampton, I'm going to ask you a couple questions again.
Okay.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead to these charges?
No.
Has anybody threatened you or coerced you in any way to get you to plead?
No.
You're doing this voluntarily,
Yes.
of your own free will,
Yes.
and because you believe that you're guilty of these offenses?
Yes.
All right. We'll start with case 1596. Paperwork. So, okay, Mr. Hampton, on the date of August 29, 2024, at Washtenaw Community College in Ann Arbor Township, Washtenaw County, state of Michigan, do you recall what happened on that date regarding a Vladimir, is it Parahorov?
I don't know, Your Honor.
All right. Did you get into a fight with somebody?
Oh, I know what happened. I don't know what his name is. It sounded like.
Okay. Why don't you tell me what happened then?
Oh, I was trying to take a shower, Your Honor.
Okay. And then what occurred?
When I was in the locker room, he had pushed me up against the wall, hit me in my head, and threw me on the ground. And then broke in my property.
Okay, but before that, did you do anything before that?
No.
Okay.
It wasn't until there were 4 people on top of me and I was fearing for my life that I did him wrong.
Okay. So here's what I'll do.
This right here is the exact moment everything fell apart for him. You can literally see the second his chances start disappearing. This guy probably could have walked away with a much lighter punishment, maybe even just a small sentence or fine, but instead he decided to keep talking and pushing the situation further. Judges do not appreciate when someone wastes the court's time or acts disrespectfully during a hearing, and that's exactly the direction this case is heading right now. The weirdest part is that he already agreed to the plea deal earlier, but now he's suddenly acting like he's innocent and trying to undo everything he already accepted. That's the kind of behavior that can quickly turn a minor punishment into a much more serious one at this point. What do you guys think? Did he completely ruin his chances, or is there still hope for him? Personally, I think he's in serious trouble now. Let's get back into it and see what happens next.
Counsel, because I can see the way that this plea's going, it's not going to work. So If you guys want to change, I'm not suggesting you guys want to change things to a no contest. If you want to do whatever, what I will do is I'm back up at 1. I'll call it back up at 1. I think everybody's still going to be here. So, and give you a chance to talk with him, decide whether or not you want to do no contest, please explain what a no contest, go through all of that with him, and then see if we can get this done.
Thank you very, very much, Your Honor. Appreciate it. Thank you.
This is a prime example for me of no good deed goes unpunished. All right, so we'll call it back up at that point. Quarter past these matters again. All right.
We actually, based on the most recent conversation with my client, I will actually seek to adjourn this case for to further advise my client on the offer.
All right.
For the shortest adjournment possible.
February 13th. Both matters.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Canceling witnesses.
Both matters? I don't have to come on.
Well, that's true. What are we doing with, well, when is the exam set?
Tuesday, the 28th.
Yes, so would it, apologies. We can, I'd be happy if stick to adjourn that, the exam or for the other case.
Well, you're gonna need a step on the exam.
Yes.
Because I only took it because there was gonna be a plea. When do you want the other one adjourned to?
When is the soonest?
I'll set this, I'll adjourn the
After the
1596. I'll adjourn 1596 to February 6th. The other one is stay on track for a preliminary examination. I understand that people are not going to have the witnesses available, or you need a stipulation to adjourn that out.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I seriously don't understand why this guy accepted the plea deal if he clearly didn't want it in the first place. He basically had an easier way out sitting right in front of him, and instead of taking it, he threw it away by continuing to argue and act smug toward the judge. Now, instead of potentially walking away with a lighter sentence, he could end up facing even more jail time simply because he refused to stop talking. To be fair, it does seem like he may be dealing with some mental health issues, but he also had a lawyer standing right there trying to guide him through the process. Someone literally explained exactly what he needed to do, and he still went in the complete opposite direction. That on another note, I actually think Judge Simpson handled this situation very well. A lot of judges probably would have lost patience much earlier, but he stayed calm, explained everything clearly, and gave a defendant multiple chances to get himself together. At a certain point, though, there's only so much a judge can do. Eventually, people have to deal with the consequences of their own decisions, and that's exactly what happened in this case. Anyways, guys, that's going to wrap up this video. Let me know your thoughts on this hearing in the comments below. Do you think Judge Simpson handled the situation fairly, or would you have done something differently? And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more courtroom content. I post new videos all the time, so stay tuned for more crazy cases just like this one. Thanks so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.